Okay, welcome back, folks. We have our arugula dough chilled, and we are going to make the filling, the topping, so to speak, that we are going to roll into our arugula dough once we've got it rolled out and cut into pieces. So, let's take some chopped walnuts, okay? Let's use a full cup. Okay, 1 cup of chopped walnuts, and now we will use 2 cups of brown sugar. Now this is dark brown sugar, and I prefer to use dark brown sugar just because it's richer and it tastes better. That's my opinion, and everyone should just use the sugar that they like. But like I said, I use the dark brown because I think it's better. Okay, now we want some cinnamon. Okay, and we want to use a lot of cinnamon, so we're going to start with 2 tablespoons here. There's 1. And there's 2, and they're heaped up a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so now we got 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, along with 2 cups of dark brown sugar, along with 1 cup of chopped walnuts. Okay, so now, notice I'm just kind of folding this all around together, and what do you see? You see the cinnamon in there? Look at that. See how rich that is looking? See, when I break up the lumps, then you can really see the contrast against the cinnamon. Okay, there we go. Yes, it does, my friend. Okay, so let's just take this. We'll set this up to the side. Okay, now we're going to take this and roll it out. So we want to just sprinkle the table a touch. Okay. I'm going to sprinkle just a little on the bottom here. And then I want to sprinkle just a touch on the top. Okay. So now, nice and gentle. We want to go back and forth. I'm not trying to pound it all into one. Pound it all out at the same time. You want to go back and forth, nice and gentle, a little at a time, keeping it even, notice. Okay. Who would have thought it would have gotten this big, eh? There you go. That's nice. And yeah, about 1/8 of an inch is perfect. Okay. There you go. Very nice. See? Okay, so we have it nice and flat. Now we're going to take our brown sugar, cinnamon, and walnut mixture and put a lot on. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, so we want to spread this all around. You want to basically cover the entire piece of dough, except for the very edge. You don't necessarily need to cover the very edge. Anyway, so
almost looks like you're making a pizza.
It does. Okay. Yes, actually, when you okay, so this is the brown sugar and walnut mixture. That's the classic rugula. I think of this as the classic old-fashioned rugula. But there are variations, as I was talking about before in the beginning of our video, okay, instead of using this brown sugar and walnut mixture, some folks like to use like some raspberry jam or apricot jam and then put some like chopped almonds on top, or maybe a little bit of clove instead of cinnamon. There's many different ways, different fillings that you can use in this dough to make it different and unique. Apricot with almonds is a very popular one, besides the brown sugar, walnut, cinnamon mixture. And then, like I said, raspberry is very popular in this type of dough as well.
What about chocolate and almond?
Chocolate doesn't really work with this. It really doesn't.
Okay.
At least I haven't found a way to make it. Other than drizzling chocolate on or dipping, But this is more of a caramely type of thing once it comes out of the oven.
Okay.
So, anyway, at this point, notice that along with putting and spreading the brown sugar, I kind of patted it down a little bit. Okay. That's one. It's very important that you do that. So now, let's see, where's my? Here it is. Okay. So now, what we want to do, I'm going to prepare my pan. Okay, so now to prepare the pan, you want to use a parchment paper and you want to spray the paper. Okay, this is a very sticky thing, and trust me, if you don't spray this paper, you're going to have a hard time getting these things off of the paper and enjoying them when you want to. So we have a nice heavily sprayed paper. Now I'm going to take my cutter. Basically, it's called a pastry wheel, but it's a pizza cutter. So I'm going to just go up and over. So I've got a square. Well, basically I cut it into 4 pieces. Okay, I'm a little bit off. This one's a little smaller than that one, but it doesn't make any difference, because what we're going to do now is cut each of these quarters into about 5, maybe 6 pieces, depending on the size and the way it's rounded out. Okay, see, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be 5, or it can be 2 smaller ones. We'll just leave it as a bigger one right there. Myself, I like to do the first half and then come back and cut the second half. So the very first one here basically is going to be the smallest one. See how I'm just going to roll this up? Okay. And instead of putting it right on the edge, I'm going to put it up a little bit, because I want to use these ones here. See how this is the biggest one here? I'm rolling this down so that I can then put that on the corner there.
A few moments later.
Just like so. Pretty. Okay, so now let's cut the rest of these guys. Okay, so now this all gets put back in the bowl so that it can go on to the next ball of Rugalach dough. And now what we want to do is use a brush and some egg white, okay? It's just straight up egg white, no sugar added, no water, no nothing, just straight up, okay? So we want to then paint the tops. Now this is a kind of a tedious part. I'm going to admit that to you right now. It's a pain in the butt, but you got to do it because it makes them come out way, way better if you don't do this. Alright, so now, beautiful. Okay, so now we're just going to bake these in the oven. Our typical 350 degrees in your oven, or about 290-95 in a convection oven. I'm going to use the convection oven, which has the blower, which adds an extra 50 degrees to your bake time, or your bake temperature. So you want to keep that in mind. Anyway, let's turn on the oven, and then in a few minutes we'll put these in the oven when the oven's all ready, and they should take about 8 to 12 minutes, just like our typical cookies do. So we'll be right back. All right, folks. I can smell that they're done. Actually, I checked them a minute ago, and I know they're done, but I can definitely smell them. It's time to pull them. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. A little golden brown. A little dry look on the bottom. See where the egg white hit it and didn't? See what I'm saying? Alright, let's pull these out. Let's let them cool off on the table for a few minutes. Put them right here. Alright. Those just need to sit tight for 2 minutes or so. And then they need to be enjoyed. See the filling dripping out the bottom? Oh, look at that. Oh.
That's gorgeous.
Oh yeah. See? You pull one aside. Oh man. Alright. I can't even wait to dry one, but I know I'm going to burn my tongue if I do right now. So we got to wait a couple minutes. Okay? So let's just wait a couple minutes and then we can try one. We'll be right back. Hang on. Alright. Well, these have cooled off for a few minutes on the table here. And I think it's time to go ahead and enjoy one. So basically, well, just before we go ahead and eat them, let's just take a quick peek here. Notice how they're nice and golden brown. Okay, they look a little dry around the edges, but not too dry. Okay, but this golden color right here, this is what you're looking for, and you have a little bit of color where there's not the egg white. It's very important that look a little bit dry, like I said before. If it doesn't, then your arugula is probably not quite done yet. Okay, but you want the nice golden color, and then you want the brown sugar filling to drip out a little bit. Okay, like right here, and then you're looking for them to pull right off. Okay. Also notice the bottom is got color. You have a nice golden brown in the bottom. Okay, that ensures that it's pretty much done. So let's go ahead and enjoy. Well, this one's in my hand, so I guess I'm going to enjoy this one. Oh my goodness. Good Lord, that's so yummy.
Always my favorite.
Alright, so see how it's a little wet on the inside?
Oh.
A little gooey. Nice and crisp on the outside. Now this is wonderful for breakfast, for afternoon snack, evening snack, whatever. You can dip these in tea or coffee. Wonderful. They're just delicious. Mm-hmm. It's like a cinnamon bun on steroids, don't you think? Mm.
This
Mm-hmm.
This could be food crack.
Exactly. It's simple. A little butter,
Look at that.
cream cheese, flour, such as sugar.
Dynamite.
That's your dough. And then your filling is nothing but brown sugar, walnuts, and some cinnamon. Simple. Oh,
Simple is
so
good.
delicious though. Simple is always best. All right. Well, folks, I really hope you've enjoyed our video. And remember, when you bake with love and with passion and joy, whatever you make is going to be delicious. So put those ingredients in, bake from your heart. No matter what you make, it's going to be delicious. So happy baking, and thank you.